This week on The Happy House, presented by Creative Kids Stuff, learn how to make a decoration out of pine cones that's beautiful, easy, and can be used year after year. And we made some round cookies, but we actually just angled them in a little bit to make this reindeer head before we baked them. Easy cookies are what we're all about. We've got ideas for cookies you can make in a flash with your kiddos. Stay tuned for The Happy House. Hi, I'm Happy. I live in a quiet town outside of Minneapolis with my family. The real Happy House is far from quiet. I learned early on things are much easier with a little help. I also have a few tricks of my own to share. It's go time, people. Welcome to the Happy House. I'm at Tonkadale Greenhouse today with Jessie, and we're going to learn how to make a Pinecone Chandelier, which is something I have never even heard of, but I've seen a finished product and they are beautiful. Is this going to be hard though? Because I'm not that talented.
It's not too difficult, and
Okay.
we'll make it really simple.
Okay.
So the main event here are the pine cones.
Okay.
So we have sugar pine cones. These are very large pine cones that come from very large trees.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pick 3. I like to pick 3 that are about equal in length and about the same color.
My aunt lives in South Carolina, and she's lucky enough to have these just on the ground by
in
her house, in her yard. Yeah.
So yeah, they come from places other than here.
Okay.
But they are gorgeous. So we have a few key tools and tricks of the trade here that we need
Okay.
to talk about. So this is bark wire. This is really nice because
It is wired.
it's wired,
Okay.
and it's kind of sticky, so it will stick to the cones and hold them together. So we're
Okay.
going to use about 4 yards of bark wire. And I cut it with a wire cutter. So it's good to have the right tools. So what I do is I fold it in half. Okay, and I point it away from me. So we're going to get friendly with our cones,
Okay.
and we number them. Cone number 1, cone number 2, cone number 3.
Okay.
This is important.
It is?
So cone number 1 goes right into the middle of our bark wire.
How far down do you go?
Well, I call these like the cone teeth. So we go a couple of layers down. We're going to just wrap it around the top and twist it nice and tight. Pretty
think
tight.
that's important
That's
to
key.
know.
So
Okay.
we're still in the middle of our wire.
All right.
Then we're taking cone number 2.
Okay.
And notice cone number 2 is a little bit curved.
Oh.
We're going to have the curve going out.
Okay. So
we just-
does it have to be curved? It just happens
Doesn't
to. So
have
if it is, you're saying point it out.
Point it out.
Got it.
So we buckle up cone number 2 to cone number 1 and go around the top. And we want to kind of end facing where cone number 3 will
Got
be
it.
attached. So we're ready to go. And it's good to get them nice and tight.
Okay.
So then we'll buckle cone number 3.
Kind of right. Okay. Even
Yep.
as even as possible.
So
Got
we're
it.
kind of making a triangle. Then we go around the top. Get it nice and tight. So 1 is attached to 2, 2 is attached to 3. Now we need to attach cone number 3 to cone number 1.
Okay.
Otherwise it's kind of loose. And this is key.
Okay. So then you go to the inside.
Yep, and we'll go around the top. Okay, then we have some extra bark wire. We just snip it off. We'll save it because we are
Okay.
going to use this for our hanger. So
All right. So
I think I like this piece.
Okay. It's a little bit longer. It
It's a
gives
little
us
bit
more
longer.
room. Okay.
So now, you know, you kind of saw how we did the wire. So we really have a triangle of wire
Okay.
going around the cones, and you just open them up, and we're going to make our handle.
All right.
Does that kind of make
Yep.
sense? And you
Just
just make
twist
a
it
loop.
around.
So this is where we're going to attach our ribbon hanger. So we have our little hanger
All right.
set to go. And they can kind of stand up like that. So the next part, and I think the most important part, is to choose your ribbon. I have 2 different ribbons here,
Okay.
and I'm kind of leaning towards this one.
That's the one I was going to pick.
Okay.
I like how it's a little bit non-traditional, not
Yeah.
so obvious Christmas colors.
And you could decorate it with more fall type stuff and then switch it over
Okay.
to holiday.
Because this is kind of like a base, and you can just
Yeah.
decorate around it. Okay.
Yep, definitely. You buy ribbon by the yard, and we say you need about 7 yards. So I use about 1.5 yards for the hanger.
Do you use the trick where like your arm is like a yard? Okay.
Yeah. So we have a little extra here, but that's okay. So we just put our ribbon through our hook,
Through the hanging loop. Okay.
get it even. And then I just tie, you can, you know, depends on how long
Sure.
you want it to, because it's going to hang. So I want it this long.
Okay.
So then we have these extra tails here. We'll just trim them off. So I just cut it straight. No fancy V's or this scissors. So then to finish off your ends, you just fold it. It's kind of like hemming, hemming something.
Oh, sure.
Just fold it over. And all of this ribbon is wired, so it stays really
Okay. That was nifty.
formed how you want it. So that just kind of gives ribbon a finished edge. That is a good life skill to have.
That's pretty and simple. I mean,
Yeah. So we're gonna use this hook
okay.
and try not to hook it on our eyelids
Okay.
so we can hang our chandelier.
So should you hang it when you decorate it? Is that the easiest way to do
Yeah,
it?
I think it is. I mean, if you don't have this kind of a setup, you can decorate it on a table. but-
Okay. Coming up next on the Happy House. That is beautiful. That wasn't that hard.
No, not too bad.
This is really great. You don't want to miss it.
We're gonna make 2 bows and put them back to back.
Okay.
So I like to use a taped floral wire.
Okay.
So I just need one, and I can cut it in half because I'm gonna make 2 bows, so I need 2 wires.
Okay.
I can hold one, and I'll hold one. So a lot of people get kind of intimidated by making bows.
Okay.
But it's really simple. It's all about the pinching the wire, or pinching the ribbon really tightly in the middle. So you
Okay.
start with your tail. So the tail is gonna, dangle down.
All right.
And then you're just gonna make loops. You just let the ribbon go the way it wants to. There's no turning or flipping or whatever. So you squeeze, and then you just
Find the tail, squeeze.
go up and let the ribbon go. So we didn't turn it or flip it, and down. And we're gonna do probably 3 up loops and 3 down loops.
Okay.
Up and down. So there's our bow. Then we want to cut another tail at the end.
Okay.
And then I need my wire.
Here, I can hand you a wire.
And we just put it right around the middle. And don't be afraid, you're not gonna hurt this ribbon.
So squeeze it really tight.
Yep. Loops
Okay.
one way, wire other way, and twist it down tight. And then it just kind of stands up.
Okay.
We'll finish our ends. Do you want to try the second bow?
Sure. All right, so I'm going to start with a tail and pinch, and
Yeah.
then how long are the loops?
I usually say like kind of what you can put your fist in, or a little bit bigger.
Okay, so like this? This is
Yep,
okay?
that's great.
So squeeze, squeeze. That doesn't look quite big enough. Is this going to be okay? Is this going to shape up or no?
Yeah, we'll just poof it.
Okay.
No problem.
All right,
Here's
so
your
then-
wire.
So I put my bow loops to the front,
Yep.
wire to the back, and squeeze. Then I cut a tail. All right. Perfect. Okay. Then I just like fluff them up like this,
Yep.
right? Wire makes everything, better. Some people say bacon makes everything better, but I'm thinking floral wire makes everything better in this case. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
great. That looks wonderful.
All right. Now what?
We got to finish your ends.
Okay, that's right. So should I cut them or should I just turn
Just
them
turn them. We can cut them shorter if we want to, and then turn them again if we want. Let me grab something down here.
up? Okay. So I just folded it.
So we'll just set our bows aside. I just like to make the bows because it's the most fun first. Okay, so now we chose this ribbon because it's kind of transitional, and I just want to show you kind of an idea. So say you wanted to decorate it for Thanksgiving. You might pick something like some burgundy leaves
Yes.
and some pods to decorate. I mean, you wouldn't put all this in one place,
Right,
but you
right.
spread it out,
Okay.
and then your bow on top. So
Okay.
that could be for fall.
That's pretty.
So we're not doing that today. We're doing holiday. So what I usually like to do is pick out like 3 elements. You really don't want to go crazy because it can start to get
Well,
a
I mean,
little
part of the beauty
busy.
is just the like
Yeah.
rustic or the natural pine cone. So
Exactly.
Okay.
So I really like this flat cedar. It looks real. It's delicate. So usually I think we're going to do the flat cedar, the eucalyptus pods, and then a red berry.
Okay.
So these are kind of our 3 elements.
Okay.
But you can see, so that would give kind of that look, or that blueberry juniper would actually look pretty good with it too. So you could take out, you know, that and do that,
Okay.
that, and that. Which one do you like better?
Ooh, I really like this blue
Okay,
in
let's
there.
do the blue.
Okay.
So next we just we chop up our stems. So we're gonna decorate 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. So a lot of stems you can get 2 hunks out of. Sometimes, you know, it just depends on how full you want it to be. So we just use our wire cutter. You know, we just need kind of little, like a little stem to glue in.
Okay.
And some of the stems are a little, oh, that one went okay. So what I usually do is I'll kind of get my bunches ready. So we'll start with our flat cedar, and I kind of bend it because we're gonna insert it kind of. You know, if you really wanted to, you could just poke it in and not glue it. If you feel like it's gonna stay. And
Like
then,
if you had it inside versus outside, then
Yeah.
you can reuse your pine cones.
then you could, yeah. But the glue, it really doesn't hurt it. You know,
Right.
if you want to change for the next year, you just take the stuff out and it's
Okay.
fine. So I just get some glue globbies. You guys,
Okay.
and
Is that the official term?
I
Glue
think
globbies?
it is glue globbies. Yep. And we go to town. Like I said, we
Alright.
curved it down.
Yep.
Oops. You'll do the next.
Okay.
And you know, you can put them kind of sticking out at different angles, or
It is handy to have it hanging so you can
Yeah.
see what it's like. So are we doing all?
Yeah.
Are we doing all the greens?
yeah, throw the
first?
greens first,
Okay.
and then we'll see how that looks.
Okay, so I'm gonna bend it down. And ooh, I like that. Okay, and then like stick it like right.
Maybe made in a triangle.
Okay,
Little
right in
section.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. And you have a little room for error with the glue, because I think, this is kind of dorky, but the glue looks a little bit like the pinecone sap.
Oh, sure.
So if you get it all over it's just part of the
not
look.
really. Yeah. I like projects that
But
are
we
forgiving.
need projects like this
Yes.
where you don't have to be so worried about.
Perfection.
Yeah. So then we have our blueberry juniper,
Okay.
BBJ
Okay.
for short.
This is shaping up, I think, right?
Yeah, I think we're good on the BBJ. Okay, so last, you could stop here.
Okay.
We're gonna put some red berries in. You could put something glittery or more dressy if you wanted to, but
Whatever
this
your
kinda-
style for
whatever
the
your
holidays
style
is.
is.
Okay.
So we'll just add our berries. Okay, so now we put on our bows. So they're gonna be back-to-back bows.
Okay.
And we'll just attach it to our hook that we made at the beginning.
Okay.
So we're just going in here and get it snug up real tight, like that. And our wire cutters will trim off.
Should we do that first on this
Or
one?
you could leave it, because then maybe you want to change out your bow. I don't know. You can leave it. You won't see it.
Okay.
Let's leave it.
All right. And then this one goes like right
It
here.
hugs right in there. Yep.
Hard to get it under there, but okay. I got it. No, I don't. There. It was hiding in the bow. All right, and I'm just going to twist it around a couple
Yep, nice and
times.
tight.
Perfect. Okay.
And then you just edit.
That is beautiful. That wasn't that hard.
No, not too bad.
This is really great. Thank you so much for helping us with this
Yeah.
project. To learn about more holiday decorating tips, visit our website. Coming up next on the Happy House. So this cookie, which is really cute and also pretty tasty, was just made by using cut and bake pre-made cookie batter. You don't want to miss it. It's time for holiday baking. I've got Chandler here with me today, and we are going to make some really, really fun holiday cookies today. We've got some trees and some snowmen, actually a couple different kinds of snowmen. Do those look delicious?
Poor snowman.
Of course, a melted snowman, right? And then we've got some great reindeer here. We like to bake together at home, right? Yes. What's your favorite kind of Christmas cookie? Do you know? Can you think?
Molasses cookies?
Molasses cookies are your favorite kind of cookies all year round. Molasses cookies are for the fall, I think.
Fine. Ghost cookies?
Ghost cookies at Halloween or at Christmas time? Okay.
Snowman?
Snowman cookies. This is
Okay.
just like a ghost cookie. We'll talk about how to make those. But Chandler, first let's talk about all these supplies we have here. So we've put together some caddies of Christmas cookie decorations. Are you going to have a snack? What's going on? My assistant's going rogue. He's eating the supplies. All right, we're going to talk about these caddies we've assembled during the holiday season. Keep all of your supplies together to make them easy, and even organize a little cookie decorating party. Invite some neighborhood kiddos over, put these in the middle of the table, and they can choose from a variety of sprinkles, different cookie cutter shapes, but keeping everything together makes it really accessible, and also gives kids a lot of choices, which makes this whole thing fun. So today we're focusing on cookies that are really fun to make for grown-ups and kids, and involve very, very basic ingredients, so it's easy to do. Should we talk about how we made these cookies? Okay, let's talk about this first cookie. Poor snowman. Melted snowman. So this cookie, which is really cute and also pretty tasty, was just made by using cut and bake pre-made cookie batter in the sugar cookie. And then we made the icing by mixing just powdered sugar and water to a medium consistency. And then we use these black decorated gel frosting. And we cut a marshmallow in half with a kitchen shears, stuck it into the icing when it was still wet, and then of course decorated everything. For our snowman's nose, we've got a little orange candy decoration that's in these fruit imperials. All right, so that is really easy, but very sweet and fun to look at. Also probably fun to eat. Do you want to take a bite out of this snowman? Well?
I'll take another bite.
Well, there's lots of taste testing to do. Let's keep going, okay? What should we talk about next, Chandler? Okay, this one. So Chandler talked about a ghost cookie earlier, which we do make at Halloween. It's made almost the same way. You have chocolate on your face. Which is basically melting down white candy quick or almond bark and dipping Nutter Butter peanut butter cookies in there. And then again, using candies like these mini M&Ms, which Chandler's been snacking on, and our black decorator gel. And then also we have our little nose is made out of an orange Tic Tac. So we have these adorable little snowmen. Are you going to try that one? Mm-hmm. You're going to be really full after we're done talking about cookies. And? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let's move on to these adorable little reindeer cookies. So again, using the pre-made cookie dough that is in the refrigerated section at your grocery store, we made some round cookies, but we actually just angled them in a little bit to make this reindeer head before we baked them. After we took them out of the oven, when they were still a little bit warm, we stuck in these pre-dipped chocolate-covered pretzels. And we used mini chocolate chips for the eyes, and then red M&M for the nose. But you could also use a brown or a yellow M&M because not every reindeer needs to be Rudolph. And if you want to, you can actually use different colored icing and again some black decorator gel to make little eyelashes and maybe put a bow. So we've got both girl and boy reindeer. Isn't that cute?
It's time now.
It's time now. Oh, Chandler. All right. Now let's move on to the secret surprise. Do you know about the surprise in these cookies? Okay. This is my favorite cookie we made. This is actually a sugar ice cream cone that we've covered in green frosting and decorated with some of our favorite decorations from our cookie decorating bins. And actually on the bottom is a fudge stripe cookie. That's what makes the bottom of the tree, and that's what holds in whatever is inside of this tree. There's a secret surprise. Not yet. So we simply use frosting to adhere the fudge stripe cookie, and then I'm going to open one of these up. You ready? You should have maybe bitten the top off.
That's what I wanted to do.
There's a little candy surprise. That is going to be eaten, apparently.
Not anymore. There's not.
So these cookies may look very fussy, but they're very easy to do, and kiddos can actually do them right alongside you. And again, the supplies that you need are really easy, really accessible. It just makes holiday baking with kids even more fun. Right, Chandler? Did you have fun baking with me? How's that?
Melted.
I think Chandler actually had more fun eating than baking. All right. So we have 4 very easy but very decorative cookies that are fun to make and look great when you bring them to parties or serve them at your own home. We had a lot of fun putting these together. All right, the verdict's still out. Chandler, which was your favorite cookie? That one? The Christmas tree? Take a bite off the top of that. Yummy. For these recipes and to see more festive holiday cookies, visit our website.
Merry Christmas.
So it's easy to do. Should we talk about how we made these cookies? Okay, what's happening? You can't eat all the supplies before we actually tell people what to do with them.
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's talk about this first cookie. Poor snowman. Melted snowman.